all things Randi at RandiRhodes.com.
Go for launch.
Speaking truth to power, the Randi Rhodes Show.
We have to reject hate in every form, because history has taught us again and again. Anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, homophobia, transphobia, they're all connected. Hate toward one group left unanswered opens the door for more hate toward more groups more often, readily. But here's what history shows. The antidote to hate is love. The answer to twisted, dehumanizing ideology is solidarity and standing there for everyone in humanity. That's why the laws that actually protect equality matter every single American, no matter who you are, who you love, or where you come from. This shouldn't be about conservative, liberal, red or blue. It should be about realizing the promise of the Declaration of Independence. Sounds corny, but a promise rooted in the sacred and the secular, that all people are created equal, endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Folks, it may sound corny, but we've never fully lived up to that promise, but we've never walked away from it like many want us to do. And we're not going to walk away from it on my watch, I promise you.
See, now that's a president. That's a leader. That's somebody that says the hard thing, when it's needed to be said. As opposed to Donald Trump who goes, I'll never forget Netanyahu. He let me down. He let me down. Because he wanted to kill, and did kill, an Iranian general named Soleimani. And Israel said, that's kind of provocative. We don't really need to be doing that right now. You got yourself a little civil war in Syria, and the Russians are here on our doorstep. Maybe you don't want to go around assassinating Iranian generals.
For my money, that's one of the best sound bites since he's been in office, leaving Republican far right, zero room to pick that one.
I got a better one for you. You want a really, really good one? Okay, here's our former national security advisor. Okay, compare what Joe Biden just said and everything that Anthony Blinken is doing in all of these. This is shuttle diplomacy that is going on. Anthony Blinken has been in Qatar. He's been in Saudi. He's been in Israel. He's been in Egypt. He's been in every single place. He's met with Abbas in the West Bank. He's been all over the Middle East trying to make a peaceful solution happen to this horrific thing that the world is going to. And, here in America, we're so scared that maybe their crazies will outdo our crazies. So we have to have somebody react to the crazy that goes on over there by stabbing a 6-year-old boy over here, right? But I got a better soundbite, okay? You think that you were in better hands with the Trump people, who goes, I'll never forget, Netanyahu let me down. He let me down. Bibi better get a grip on it. He better get his head wrapped around this. He better do it. He better, And here's our former national security advisor this weekend.
What he did was he signed it, dated it, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a fundraiser tithing drill here, and you have to write your name down on the bill. You drop it in that bag, and then once we're done, we're going to pull it, and you're going to get this. This is the Type 2O. I should give a commercial for Giza something, and it's signed by Mike Lindell.
It'll extend your life by at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Look at it.
So we're gonna pull. It has to be signed. So you have to put your name on the bill, and we'll pull it out of the bag, and whoever's name we pull out will get this signed pillow by Mike Lindell.
Our former national security advisor, who, by the way, was indicted for conspiring with Russia to interfere in our elections, is now auctioning off a Mike Lindell MyPillow 2.0 for money to pay for somebody's defense. I think it might be Navarro. Can you believe how low these people have gone? How low they go. There's no bottom. And he's telling people you have to write your name on your dollar bill. They didn't even prepare a raffle ticket, okay? He knew he was going to, and he's calling it tithing on top of it. Tithing. I mean, it's so sad, and it's so sick, and it's so twisted. And today, the former president of the United States, a second judge, had to do a focused gag order on the previous president of the United States to tell the previous president of the United States that he cannot attack the witnesses, he cannot attack the families of the staff in the court, he cannot attack the families of the judge. Not that they have a problem with anything he says. It's not, they have thick skin and they don't really give a damn about his language. But he is literally causing people to be put in harm's way because he's encouraging his really crazy violent ones to do really crazy violent things to judges that Donald Trump is saying need to have crazy violent things done against them. I mean, it's his tactic. It's his MO. He's done this all along. He did it with Judge Curiel. Remember at the beginning with the Trump University fraud? Oh, well, you can't trust Judge Curiel because his father was from Mexico. Very sick, very sad. But, so this is the second judge that had to put a gag order on the previous president of the United States because he can't stop threatening people. He can't stop threatening people with violence. Oh, my God. Paul in California.
Hey, Randy.
Hi.
I'd just like to thank you for giving everybody a decent explanation during these tough times. I record your show every day, and whenever I have a question I can't answer for my wife, I play your show. You explain it to her perfectly. She's watching me now.
Hi, Mrs.
And I do think you're 100% correct. Peace is the only way.
It's the only way. It's the only thing that ever works. And then, because you have to look at the people who put their bodies in harm's way or let their bodies be jailed. Right?
On the bridge.
Yeah.
Remember the people on the Selma Bridge? That got America's attention because they didn't fight back.
Right. Exactly.
They were brutalized and they never fought back.
And Nelson Mandela, too, he was jailed for 26 years of his life. He got out of jail, and he didn't do anything violent. There was no retribution. He actually, went to Leclerc and said, let's have an election. Let's see what the people think. And he won. He won legitimately.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the way
and
that you make peace. This is the
peace
way
is the only way you're going to achieve lasting peace.
Yeah. And
yeah. It's been proven. We have the receipts to back it up.
So
thank you.
Okay. Well, listen. So the anti-Semitism in this country is running at a rate. I mean, it's been bad. It's been bad ever since Donald Trump gave them permission to crawl out of the woodwork and said there were good people, fine people on both sides, fine people. There's fine Nazis, And I half expect that what happened back in the ramp up to World War II is happening here now, where some of us know about it. There was this massive Nazi rally in Madison Square Garden back in the day. And I mean, it's free speech. It is. But I bet you anybody who was related to or knows somebody or is like a 90-year-old, 100-year-old, geezer right now who was at that thing or supported that thing or was preaching, fascism at that time is so ashamed of the life that they led. Whereas people who supported Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King Jr. are really proud of the way they thought their way out of difficult problems. But there is part of this country that wants to go back to that Nazi rally in Madison Square Garden, and there are some portion of people in this country that like Farrakhan. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.